Hey Milkshake, it's Jolie Sharpe. Welcome to Fit Stop. Come inside so I can show you my outfits for the Miami Grand Prix.
Welcome to Fit Stop, where F1 meets Closet Confessionals. 3 fits, 3 days, and the stories behind both the looks and the people wearing them. Today we have Jolie Sharpe, who is a sports presenter, content creator who is absolutely blowing up with her bubbly personality, and I'm so excited to get to talk to her today about what she's wearing to the Miami Grand Prix. So say hello to Jolie. Hi, Jolie. So nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm well.
No makeup hugs. Usually
Yes.
I go for an air kiss,
Exactly.
which looks rude, but I mean well with
Yes.
it. How are you?
I'm good. I can't believe we're here in sunny Miami.
I know, the view, the weather.
So nice. The blue water.
We've hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
I know, I'm kind of looking outside a bit envious of those on the beach, but this is more fun.
Yes, exactly.
Having
So
fun.
how's your weekend shaping up?
It's really exciting. So I'm out here with Boss, and I just can't wait to kind of explore the track in a different way. You know, usually I'll be out there with a team or F1 themselves, and this time I'm here with such an iconic brand, so it's going to be really fun.
And I know you've got a lot of outfits planned with them.
Yes, I do, and this is very, these things happen, but I had my styling session this morning and they're in alterations. But I always, and this is like a tip to everyone, always have backup, because that means I have outfits for you guys, but I'll be wearing Boss this weekend.
Well, the backup outfits are fire, so I can't wait to talk about it. Why don't we talk about this practice
Yes.
look, and who are you wearing?
Okay, so I'll start with the jeans. Shout out to my mum, because she actually picked these out.
Your mum picked those.
My mum is the coolest mum ever. Like, Kris Jenner has nothing on my
That's
mum.
crazy.
Yeah, my mum is really cool. And these are Good American, collabed with Dolly Parton.
Oh my gosh.
So I think I'm going to have to re-bring them out when hopefully I'm at the Austin Grand
Yes,
Prix.
definitely.
Because I love them. Then these shoes, these are cowboy boots. I bought these in the Marbella market. So I love finding something a little bit different, or, I love the mainstream brands, but I love to top it off with something a bit unique. And then my top, this is, I feel like, is the main piece, and I really want to shout her out. Her name is Amelia Loves Beads, and it's E, and Amelia with an E. And she reached out and asked if she could make me a top, and made me hand-beaded this top.
It's adorable.
And my favourite part was she gave me this gorgeous postcard that she'd written in Lisbon, because she made the top on her holiday. And said what a dream it was to make me a top. And I was like, no, what a dream it is that you've made me this top. And she's this small business. She's from, I think, London. So shout out to Amelia. I love it.
I love that. So tell us about how you actually think about building a look. Do you pick a statement piece and build around it? Do you just pull inspiration? What's your process?
I love to be bold. I feel like, we only live once. Go wild, go for it. And hopefully, that's what my looks reflect. I love a co-ord. I love a staple.
Yeah.
And I love to buy something. I love wearing things multiple times. I'm not a wear it once and then it goes away. I'm a rewear.
Yeah.
Restyle. So I might wear these jeans with 10 different tops, or this top with, a skirt or some shorts. So I like to find a staple piece and then build around it. But I kind of feel like, if I say so myself, this outfit's like a double staple, because I think this is really special.
Yes.
And these jeans are just quite cool.
I also find Good American jeans are very good on the bum.
Yes.
Very
and
good.
So comfy.
Very cute.
They're I go to genuinely, I would say 80% of my jeans from Good American. I don't know if Khloe Kardashian's still involved.
Oh, I'll have to check. I actually don't own a pair from them. I'll have to check it out.
No, so good.
Well, I need to buy these ones.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with these. I still
These
can't
are-
believe your mom picked these out.
She's so cool, I promise
Yeah.
you. My mum, probably most of the clothes that you're going to see, my mum has had a serious say in.
Amazing. Well, I know we kind of jumped right into your outfits,
Yes.
but let's first talk about you and back up a second. Why don't you tell everyone what's your story?
Yes. Okay, so gosh, how long have we got? This is a YouTube video, so it's long form, but I won't keep you forever. So, as you beautifully introduced me, I should say, so I'm a sports presenter and a creator, and I kind of focus on two things. So, the digital side, which we love creating content on, and the fun, where we have full creativity, and then also the broadcast side. So, your more mainstream media, where I grew up learning about sport, watching sport. So I kind of sit bang in the middle as a hybrid, which I love, because you get the best of both worlds, quite literally. And you kind of get to learn everything at once. I feel as if I haven't even been doing this that long, for what feels like for me. But But
How long has it been?
it's been like full like this for 2 years.
Okay.
But I used to have a marketing agency. I could go into a whole long story of my life, but my life kind of changed literally overnight because of an interview I did around the Euros in 2024. I came out, and the backstory to it was my brothers were actually, we just won the semi-final, England being we, and my brothers were like, please don't stop, we've got a long drive to Berlin. And my brothers, they were having none of it because they know what I'm like. If I see a camera and a mic, I know what it's like when you're trying to interview people and no one will stop. So I was like, okay, I won't. I'll don't want to argue with them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we took the back route to purposely avoid all these lights like this. And then this green mic and an iPhone just popped up in front of my face. Asked me a few questions, and my family were like, this will be 30 seconds fine.
Right.
And turns out that it was the Daily Mail Sport's highest ever viewed video, and it changed my
Wow.
life overnight.
So were you creating content prior to this?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I had a marketing agency, and we were the #1 partner for TikTok Shop in the UK.
Oh, cool.
And I had an amazing team that I'd built up, and it was going really well, but because I now had a team and I was managing people, I'd taken a really big backseat to being in front of the camera myself. All my social media platforms were private because I actually, myself, contrary to my job, I'm quite a private person. And then just before the Euros, I said to Georgina, who still works with me now, like, do you know what? I'm going to take my mics out. This is what we do for brands. We make them go viral. We get them. So I'm just going to get my accounts to 10,000 followers. And that way I can just, do what I want from there. And then I got more than 10,000 followers.
That's crazy. So you were just completely yourself. You answered the question, and
Yeah.
that was that.
And usually I'm the one interviewing.
Right.
So earlier in the day, my mum had been my videographer. We were in the fan zone, and I was interviewing England fans. And I thought that would be the content. I'd get like 10 videos. The team back at home would edit them. We'd upload them, and we'd get to 10K. I mean, put a bit more work in than I'm making it sound a lot easier than it is.
Yeah.
But it actually was me being interviewed with it.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That was a very short story. I feel
Yeah.
like I could talk about it forever, but it's better to keep it short.
Yes. Well, and then I guess, how did you start your marketing agency? I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
So did that just come naturally, or you just woke up one day, this is what I'm going to do?
So I used to work for a company called The Fragrance Shop, and I
Okay.
was their lead creator and presenter. And then live selling, which you guys know now as TikTok Shop,
Yes.
launched in the UK before it launched on TikTok, before it was in the US. I think it was basically only really in China. And it launched in the UK, and The Fragrance Shop were one of the first brands to try it. And subsequently, I was then one of the first presenters to try it over here in the UK. And I loved it. And from there, I had quite a few brands approach me to say, well, would you do it for us? But I was under full-time employment with
Right.
my company. And then about a year later, I was like, do you know what? Why don't I just try to do this on my own? I actually have to shout out my parents because it was them that pushed me. Because I was like, what if I'm terrible or I don't have any
Right.
work or whatever? And then within about a month, I was at full capacity. And that's kind of when I made the decision to go out and hire. So it was either I can keep doing this by myself, which I love. But I've always had this ambition to be a CEO and boss it out there and hire. And that's what I did.
Oh my gosh, I love that you were a founder and an entrepreneur. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah,
That's so
yeah.
cool. Well, I'd love to see what you're wearing next for Quali. So
Yes.
let's go do a quick outfit change.
Let's change.
This is the quintessential Miami look. I love it. Tell us who you're wearing.
Okay, it's like a colour explosion here. This is a Pepper Mayo dress.
Nice.
I actually got this bag in the Bahamas. I'm not sure what brand it is. I think it was a hand-beaded
It's
masterpiece.
beautiful.
And I am wearing, which you can't actually see. Fun fact about me, I never wear flats, ever.
Ever.
I did 20,000 steps in heels in Silverstone in the rain,
No way.
but my
Your
shoes
feet
haven't
must
come
be in a
yet.
different shape.
Yeah, but these make do shifts. These are Prada sandals. I love them so much. So this is what we're going with.
Nice. And are you a print and color girl? It kind of looks like it.
Can you tell? I just think the more colour, the better. I think also you radiate what you wear. Don't get me wrong, I do love to wear an all black outfit sometimes, but it has to be giving fierce, for a reason. If not, colour. I love bright. I love fun.
Yeah. And how do you think about glam and your hair,
Yes.
makeup, even for the race, especially here when it's so hot?
Yeah, so I've gone a lot more natural than I usually would. And I think that helps, when you've been in the sun for a couple of days, my skin definitely improves and I feel like more confident in myself. So I have this bag. This is a genuine, accurate representation of what a bag looks like with me at a race day because they're always small, but they have to fit in a lot. So should I talk you through it?
Yes.
Sunglasses, they usually stay on my head because I can see better sometimes without them. Right, let me put these down as we go. I'm going to pop them here.
Okay.
This is my Mary Poppins bag. Do you know Mary Poppins?
Yes, of course I know Mary Poppins.
I wasn't sure if it was just a UK thing.
No, Mary Poppins is famous all over the world.
There we go. Okay, then I never leave the house without my mics because you never know.
Definitely.
You never know. And I've learnt the hard way once when I was able to interview a really big sports star. And I didn't have my mics, but luckily someone let me borrow theirs. So
Oh, that's a panic
now we
moment.
don't leave without these. Then I have a separate bag for my lip products.
Just lip.
Just lip. This is it. And it's not a very pretty bag, but these are all my lip products.
So what are your go-tos?
Okay, so for a liner, I love my Estee Lauder. Then I use the Pillow Talk, Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah.
Then I love the Estee Lauder gloss mixed with my Wonder Skin gloss. For hydration, my Rhode gloss. I promise you it's thought out. I know I sound mad because I'm not someone that loves loads and loads and loads of makeup, but when it comes to lips, it changes the game.
I love how the lip bag is bigger than the mic case.
I know. And then last but not least, hairband. Never leave a house without a hairband. And this. So this is my portable bronzer because I keep a brush on it.
Oh.
So this is the Bronze Goddess Estee Lauder, and I love it, but I also use the Charlotte Tilbury too. So that is what's in my bag. This is turned into what's in my bag
I
video.
love that. And this bag is like Mary Poppins. Like it's almost like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a bottom in it.
It literally, I absolutely love it. Let me pop it down while we...
So while we're on the topic of like makeup, let's talk
Yes.
about skincare, especially in Miami. It's so hot. It's very, the UV is very high. What's your skincare routine?
So I'm kind of a user of many brands. I really admire people that can find one brand and just be like, this is all. Because I think the best thing about there being so many brands out there now is you can pick and choose and tailor.
Yeah.
So I love my LMS skincare, and they're obviously a big, brand in F1, which I love. I actually use, have you heard of Boots?
Yes.
Okay, do you have Boots out here?
I've seen it in the UK.
Yeah, so I love my drugstore. It's like the equivalent of an $8 skin wash, and it's amazing. And then I love brands like Ole Henriksen. They really, really work for me. I love the Estee Lauder skincare.
Yeah.
So I really love to try a bunch of stuff and kind of see what works. CeraVe is my SPF.
Okay.
Top tier, and my night moisturizer at the moment. But that being said, I've once struggled with my skin, and I think that personally for me was a real knockback. So finding something that works for me and then sticking with it, I love. So anyone struggling out there, when you find something, you'll love it and you'll feel better, and it really helps.
What are your non-negotiables in your skincare routine?
So, I would say I don't use makeup wipes, but I do, because when I get home from a 15-hour work day, all I want to do is tear it off my face. But I will always wash my face morning and night, which I know sounds quite obvious, but a lot of people don't do that. And I'm not someone for a 10-step skincare routine. I'm quite quick, so get it over and done with. I love a pimple spot sticker.
Yes.
Trying not to pick, but I sometimes can't help
Yes,
myself.
I know.
But skincare, I love it.
Well, why don't we transition a little bit and talk about your life as a presenter? You alluded a bit to, when you're on a 15-hour day. So tell us something that's not glam about being a presenter.
Yeah, oh gosh. Do you know what? I'm so lucky, because I truly mean it when I say I love my job. I think there are so many people out there that would love to do, what we do, and I really feel, I think pressure is the wrong word, because when you think of pressure, you might think of something negative, but I really feel pride of doing something that so many people would love to do.
Yeah.
So I try and every day, I'm a human, I don't always have good days, but I try and wake up and think, you just have to remember how lucky, we're here in Miami for the Grand Prix, how amazing is that? And I get to chat to you and learn loads of things about different people. I think you asked me the least glamorous thing about my job, but one of my favorite things is meeting so many people and learning. But I'd say probably the least glamorous is they are very long days. When you're on a shoot, you sometimes, it sounds so silly, and it's definitely something I'm not an advocate for, but you forget to like hydrate and eat and all the simple things and like the early flights. I've recently got this Aura ring, which has been a game changer for me because it tells me how little sleep I'm having and how bad my sleep is. But, you know, I might wrap at 11 p.m. and then I'm on a flight at 5 a.m. the next day, and I think it's, look, a lot of it is like look after yourself, but I try and focus a lot of it on mindset, like remember like why I'm doing this, how much I love it, and it does make it a bit easier.
Yeah, adrenaline is a crazy thing, and it pumps your body, but then it can really crash you when you really hit the wall, so I get that. I'd love to ask you about, you cover lots and lots of sports. What is it about boxing, soccer, I know it's football in the UK, and racing that, you know, gets you so excited? I
think each sport I cover offers something so different in every aspect. So when I look at a sport, I don't just look at the game, I look at everything that surrounds it. So when we think of F1, it's glamour, right? You know, you have all kind of ends of the spectrum, but you know, the TV coverage is focusing on, you know, the paddock, what are people wearing, the grid walks, all of that. And then you move to a sport like tennis and boxing even, and it's solely focused on like individuals. And then you look at a sport like football, which is covered all over the world. There's so many more people that can participate in it because it's, you know, a bigger sport in the sense of the teams are bigger and larger. And each sport, for me, I feel like I have a different job every time I cover a different sport because they're so different. But like one thing remains the same, is like we're all human, and everyone that has got to the level that they're at has sacrificed as much as the other. And that for me is like why I will always put these athletes on a pedestal, because they have done what we can't imagine. You know, F1 drivers, they put their lives at risk every time they get in a car, and we forget that. You know, safety's obviously come so far, which is amazing, but it's still so dangerous. And you know, football players, they're on a pitch and their leg could snap like that. And you know, again, tennis players, boxing, all sorts, they will have woken up at the crack of dawn their whole life to get to where they are. So I love it. I definitely value that about athletes in general. I have so much respect for the training and the discipline that goes into it. I actually wanted to ask you, because you talked about how you prepare differently for each sport. So how does your presenting style or your storytelling style change depending on what sport it is? Yeah, that's such a nice question. I think it really depends on the individual, and it depends what you're going to get back from them. So a lot of the time, if I'm doing live coverage, it's think on my feet. And I always say this quote, it's something I live by, like prepare to fail, fail to prepare. You know, you've always got to be ready. Sometime that you might think that an athlete is really happy and is going to be in a good mood, they're actually in a bad mood, because we all have bad days. So you have to make sure you have 10 lead-up questions in case they just give you one answers. And similarly, like you twizzle to, if someone, you know, they talk a lot, make sure you have your good questions at the front. And it's just kind of looking around, knowing what the fans want to see. I'm a fan of every sport, and a lot of people are, but you'll find that a football fan is very different to a Grand Prix fan, to a tennis fan, and they change what they like to see or hear. So you kind of alter to your audience, I would say. Can you tell us about a blooper that you wish you could go back and redo? Oh my gosh, yes. I was filming with Mary Earps, who is a legendary Lioness England goalkeeper, and we were doing a trivia quiz game. And one of the questions was around when England won the Euros, the Lionesses won it. And it was like 3, 2, 1. So we both went to say, and I literally said the day before, and she said the correct day. And her reaction was like, oh, but it was fight or flight mode. And I was like, no, I got you there, I got you. Because I was like, that's the intro, the hook is you going, oh my gosh. And I was like, right. Oh, because she was upset that She was probably like, how the hell do you not know this? Right. But it was just, there's so much, you know, I think people often... But that's so human. Like dates, it's like names, dates, numbers, it's like... Exactly that. And like, I'm a massive fan of the Lionesses. I was lucky to be at that final, and I think they're amazing. And it worked, you know, we got a great hook out of it, and a video that did really well. But exactly what you said, you know, sometimes you mess up. And it's totally normal. Like, you right now, when you're talking to me, you're thinking about the next question. Of course. What I said, what you said. Yeah. It's a real skill. So I'm very excited about your Up to Speed pod. Yes. Let's talk about that project of yours. How did that come together? Yeah, honestly, it still feels like such a pinch me moment, because I'm sat alongside 3 icons of the sport. And you've got David Coulthard, who's a multiple Grand Prix
Yeah.
winner, Will Buxton, who is the face of Drive to Survive.
Yes.
Everyone that's seen it knows him. And Naomi, who in her own right, was a phenomenal driver. She's an amazing analyst on Sky Sports, and she's fab. And the three of them, I feel like I'm a sponge. I look a bit like a sponge right now in my yellow outfit, but I learn so much from them. And off of camera, they're just amazing, so kind, great, fun, everything. But when it came about, this is actually, I've never told anyone this, but I was in Vegas for the Grand Prix, and I'd been told by my agent that Global, who have put on this podcast, wanted to screen test me for this upcoming F1 podcast. And could I come in person and do the screening?
In Vegas?
In London.
While you were in Vegas?
So this was the week before I went to Vegas. Sorry, I should have said that better. And we looked at the dates, and the only date they were doing was when I was in Vegas. And I was so torn because I was like, do I change my flight? But I had other commitments, and I really wanted to make it work. So is there any way I can do it, remote? They were like, yeah, the only time we have is, I can't remember what time it was UK time, but it was 3 a.m. Vegas time. So
oh my gosh.
I was like, I don't have a choice here. Some people might think, I'm not going to get it anyway or whatever, I'm going to go to sleep. I was like, no, I will do this. So I landed at 9 p.m. I got to my hotel at 10:30. I ordered room service. I went to sleep, set my alarm for 1, did my hair and makeup as if I was going to a catwalk.
Oh my gosh.
Got dressed, did my final bit of prep, jumped on this, screen test it was DC and Will that were doing it and the global team. Then took all my makeup off, went back to bed, and was up at 7 a.m. for a shoot with Adidas.
That is the life of a presenter right there. That was crazy.
Yeah. And do you know what?
And not to mention jet lag.
Jet lag.
Vegas is far from London.
So far. But it's just remembering, that was a moment where I was like, I'm so lucky to even be asked to be screen tested. And look, what an absolute dream. I did it, and I've now got the job. And it's been, life transforming for me because our posters are up everywhere in the UK. It's really made noise in the space. Right now, we're the biggest F1 podcast out there, and hopefully that continues to grow.
Yeah.
And more so than ever, I'm working with people that are just really kind and nice, and not just the three of them, but the producers and the wider team at Global. It's been coming into a whole new family, so it's been amazing.
I love your vibe with David specifically, the dad vibes, and when you were teaching him Gen Z terms, I think I watched that 10 times in a row. It was so good.
He's so good. What I love about him is he's up for really anything. He admits he's not great on TikTok. He doesn't really understand what's going on there, but he does it, and he does it with, he's such a good sport, and he could easily be I've won so many Grand Prix, this is not my vibe, but he doesn't. He goes for it, he jumps on it, and he's just, again, kind of brings off so much positivity.
Yeah.
It's just such a lovely atmosphere, and I really hope that's coming across in the pod.
It is. I watched the pod actually on TikTok, which is funny because he should watch it on TikTok. He looks great on TikTok.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing, and let's transition to see your race day look.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Jolie just styled this in a way I've never seen this before, but it looks amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I do love to pull things together. So I've actually put a bikini underneath from Triangle. You can see it here. And I thought it worked because it was quite low cut and it's quite sheer. It would need good boob tape. And you're going to be walking a lot, so I want to feel comfortable in it. I have to say, Triangle bikinis were the first bikinis I can remember being super excited about back in 2015, 2016.
Yes.
And they sent me a bunch of bikinis a couple of weeks ago, and it was a real full circle moment. This was Mum, I've made it.
Yes.
I've got my Triangle bikinis. So yeah.
It looks so good. So tell us a bit about the styling today with Boss, because you pulled together a really cool look that I know you're not wearing right now, but we'll definitely show because I loved it.
Yes, yeah. So it was so fun. Honestly, we'll put some pictures in here because the only way I can describe it is an absolute dream. When you walk into these places, it's like it is in the movies, and they had the stylists and the tailors and the brand team were there. And what I love about Boss is it's not one piece fits all. So they're pick out what you want, and then we are gonna change it. We can make it shorter, we can make it tighter, whatever it is you want, we'll make it work. So we did the first look that I'm gonna be wearing tonight, and it was actually a blazer that we've made into a dress, which looks really, really fun. And then for Saturday, I was just do you know what? I want to wear a shirt and a tie. I love a shirt and a tie look. And why not do it with like some micro shorts?
Yeah.
So we went into the men's section, got this like pink shirt with a tie, these like really long shorts, and we have just changed the whole thing. Made them mini shorts, you know, made the shirt a little bit tighter, and it's just fun, you know. I love that it felt like a movie because it was like, whatever, you know, if you want to make this long coat into a mini top, we can do it. And it was like, whoa, this really exists.
Oh, it looks incredible. I also just love the tie look. And I know obviously we're talking about Miami looks, very colorful, flowy, but you love a structured fit.
I do. I love a suit, a power suit, a good power suit with a boot is like my go-to. I love double denim. Like I've got my denim in the background, and the weather here, fortunately, I'm not going to need a jacket, but I always have like a denim some sort with me. And with this, I love it. As I said, I don't usually wear flats, but these Prada shoes are my go-tos. They actually are very dirty, but they're really, really comfortable. And this I just kind of feel is like quite flowy and really fun as well. And this is from House of Resort with a Z. They kindly sent it to me just before I came out here. And blue, as you can tell, from my jewellery.
Yes. Well, I know you love accessories.
Yes.
So how do you think about that?
So I really, you know, all the jewellery that I have has like really like strong meaning to it. So this was my grandma's when she was 13 that she kindly gave to me. Like similarly, this was my other grandma's, and this was my mum's when she was like around my age. So I love that. My aura ring doesn't have sentimental meaning, but it's
functional.
It's functional. And these, again, like all have meaning to it. So presents from my parents. And this was the first thing that I bought myself to kind of be like, you're working your ass off, you know, like go for it. And I have to say, I love the brand Van Cleef.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. And I never really change my jewellery. So once I find something that I love, I stick with it.
And you stack it.
And I stack it. And I absolutely love this. I mean, this about this ring is actually reversible.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I can switch it to gold.
Yeah.
And yeah, similarly with my necklaces that you can't see, but I just, for me, like jewellery is so staple. And when I wear all of these, it's a reminder of so many different things, like my grandparents and my parents and working hard. And it might seem like trivial to some people, which I totally understand, but to me, it's like such an important, you know, like keep going, motivation, and I look at it every day. It's good luck for me. I wear it in all my interviews, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I've also seen you like with the billboards and your parents, and they're so proud of you. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm like I always say this, like it's my name that gets the recognition, but it takes a village. Like even behind set, you guys can't see, but there's 3 amazing people helping you out, and without the support you get from people and like my amazing agents and my family and my friends who put up with my terrible replies and cancelling plans or helping me film things, that is like really who deserve all the recognition.
Yes.
They're amazing.
So in your very limited off time,
Yes.
what do you like to do to like decompress?
Ooh, so I feel like all of my off time somehow revolves with my work. But I'm a massive Chelsea fan, so me and my dad and my brothers go, hence also my love for blue. So a lot of this ties back to Chelsea. My dad and I, like, he's my best friend, we're exceptionally close, so we do a lot of things together. So whether it's to do with cars, we love driving, you know, around the countryside, going to football together. So things that always kind of keep me active. I love being away from my phone. Like, my phone...
We hate our phones. We need to be on our phones, we hate our phones.
Honestly, like, I have a new thing about my phone that I absolutely hate it. It just, for me, it's like never, ever ending. And I clear my WhatsApps and then they're not cleared. So anything I can do that doesn't revolve my phone, I love. And like, I don't live my life like that presently online, if that makes sense. I never really post in real time unless I have to. And you know, I have really strict boundaries with myself, I think, which are important just to keep me sane.
Yeah.
So if I can just leave my phone, I'll take a camera with me so I can't look through it, or, you know, things that don't disrupt other people's time as well.
So are you like an outdoors girl? Like you like to...
Yeah. And I love to shop, don't get me wrong, but I think like more just activities, like time with my friends and my family, I absolutely love. And one thing, I mean, one of many things that's such a perk of the job is I get to take my friends and family to things. So it's kind of like my way of repaying them. Like, you've also sacrificed a hell of a lot for me. Now let's go sit pitch side at a game or go do something really fun together, which is like more meaningful than I can ever say.
So we are about a quarter of the way into 2026.
Yeah,
what are you most excited about this year and beyond?
Well, the World Cup for me is like a massive North Star. It has been, for the last couple of years. And I'm really excited to say I'm going to be out here, touch wood. We're going to touch wood because I'm very superstitious, for the full 5 weeks. Other than flying home for the British Grand Prix.
Okay.
Home race.
Yes, of course.
We've got some exciting plans coming with Up to Speed for that. Are you going to be there?
Yes.
Yeah, love it.
We'll have to meet up.
100%.
Yeah.
And so the World Cup really, really excites me. And I think for me, it's now just doing what I'm doing on a bigger scale, and continuing, hopefully making the sport more accessible through my content and doing what I love. Really, is my plans.
The World Cup is also just a crazy logistical challenge with so many locations. So will you be?
Yeah, I think over 4 days I'm in LA, or from London, LA, New York, and Miami, and that's all I know right now. And we're obviously a couple of months away from it, so it's just a diary nightmare. But I always say that you kind of want to know what's going on, but I try and live each day as it comes and just think work-wise a week ahead. Because otherwise it's quite easy to get really overwhelmed and think, how am I going to do that? How am I going to pack for that? How am I going to... things you don't even think about.
No, that can add stress.
Yeah, so I don't.
So can I ask, what is your prediction for who wins?
The World Cup?
Yes.
England. I genuinely, we will win the World Cup. It's coming home. I have no doubt England will win the World Cup. You can stitch this, clip this, do what you like, because it will happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just have one more question for you to close this out. So you kind of alluded to it before, so I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but what is your signature fit, that one look that you know will never miss if you walk out the door? A
suit. And I absolutely love it. And to add to that a little bit of a bonus, a denim suit.
A denim suit?
Yeah, a denim suit. With my new denim bag, denim everything. But I think a suit, it makes me feel confident, powerful, a boss woman, and I love that.
Well, Jolie, thank you so much for joining us. It was so nice to meet
I'm
you.
so glad we could do this.
Yes.
And also, it's not me to interview you, but you are doing an amazing job.
Oh, thank you.
And for everyone out there, everything that you're doing is so inspiring, and you should be so proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you so
I hope
much.
one day someone interviews you on all of these.
I mean, I would love to be on my own show at some point.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
This is what a dream day.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? Tell me before we go.
So this is actually a Aritzia, Canadian brand, but obviously they're around the globe. And I also love a coordinated set because I want to do less thinking and just throw it on and just know it's going to work. And I do love a monochromatic look. So yeah.
And what got you into this? My last question before I hijack. This is the inner presenter in me coming out, but I want to know.
So F1 and fashion?
Yeah.
So my family, I grew up in a motorsports family. My parents started car clubs when I was a kid, and my sister and I would go to the track every weekend and watch F1 as a family. Fast forward, Drive to Survive, I'm like, oh my gosh, now I understand the racing and the drama, but no one was talking about kind of that intersection in a nice, fun, aesthetic way. I've always just loved fashion. I've been I'm a girly girl, and so I thought, what better way to merge my two passions into one with this show? And the response has been so positive. I have people like you that want to join and many others, so I'm super excited to launch this.
Wow, you're smashing it.
Yeah, thank you.
To many more guests in episode, and I hope I can come on next year for another one.
We got to do one in Austin with all the denim you're going to be wearing.
Yes, and my cowboy boots.
Yes.
I'm ready. Thank you so much. See you then.